Okay, hi everybody. I hope everybody's doing well. I kind of just realized that we have basically about 2 weeks left in the semester, and it, all the craziness going on and everything, it's just kind of really hitting me how much little time how little time we have to get things done. Being what it is, it's been a very difficult time. So things have been changed a lot, right? But the most important thing that we need to work on is the essay. And one of the things that's super important that I want to leave you with is the counter argument and the concessions and refutations. And this is kind of my small attempt to explain why it's so important to implement that and to use that into your academic writing. Okay, so I'm in our week module right here. Okay, week 17. I've just published these 3 resources. Right. Let me move that. The 2 I'm going to focus on right now is the Essay 3 Counter Argument Paragraph Worksheet Peer Review. Ignore the peer review part because we're not having peer review. Okay. This is just for you to implement and try and make a paragraph into your essay that is conceding, refuting, or acknowledging some sort of counter argument. Okay? So the first thing I want to show you is this last thing here, exercise, refutation, and concession, no exercise. So in class we would have an exercise. You don't have to do that. That's why it says no exercise here. But I want you guys to read through this, right? This is how I like to introduce counter-argument, because this is also introducing the subordinating coordinators. And I don't know if we even did this semester because of how crazy things are. But if you read through this, it'll show you why we value concessions, right? Essentially, it gives you ethos. It gives you authority. It gives you, it makes the reader know that you know what you're talking about, if that's a simple way to put it. Okay, so if we read through this, you'll see that one of the ways that we can say a counter-argument is to simply use a subordinating coordinator. Like, although I love the internet, it is decreasing my attention span, right? We're going up to this first example, or second example, although it is decreasing my attention span, I love the internet. These are 2 different things. They're saying 2 different things, and if you read through this, you'll see that, okay? So essentially, what I want you to do is read through this exercise, and think about using this to start your counter-argument paragraph. So if you read, or just counter-argument sentence, so let me back up. If you read the instructions for Essay 3 prompt, you'll see that you just need to acknowledge the counter-argument. Just having this sentence alone in this essay is enough to fulfill that requirement. You could structure an entire paragraph, and that entire paragraph will be based around your counter-argument, or acknowledging the counter argument, and not textual evidence. So let's go back to our module and see that I have this counter argument paragraph worksheet. Opening that up, you'll see that you can have a paragraph, and this is a kind of a formula to structure your paragraph around the counter argument. Okay, so using a subordinating coordinate, although, while, even though, that will be your topic sentence. Okay, and then you can just go on and explain that, and everything else is your your I and your E. Okay, your writing, right? Fully explain your argument why it is better than the counter argument. So that's your chance, your opportunity to go and just riff on why you think your argument, or acknowledge the counter argument, or whatever it is better. Okay. So the last thing I want to leave you on is something that maybe you're thinking I should have started with. What is a counter-argument? Simply put, all you have to do is look at your thesis and tell yourself, what would somebody say who disagrees with me? That's essentially it. It's deceptively simple. Okay? So just look at your thesis and say, what is it that I am arguing? And how would somebody disagree with it? What would they say? Just play the contrarian. So let's go back to this exercise. If you want to argue something that the internet is decreasing people's attention span, like Nicholas Carr argues, what would somebody say that disagrees with that? No, it's not. Almost like a little kid, right? Nuh-uh. No, it's not. And just acknowledging that, just saying that there are people that will disagree with this, That's great. To write a paragraph about it, you would have to say like, well, maybe why would they disagree? Or you can say, I can see how many people would think that the internet is not decreasing our attention span, but it is, right? So that is something that, if we were in the regular classroom, we'd be spending some time developing, okay? But because we're down to so few students, I've been working individually with you, and I'm going to continue to do that, right? So we'll make appointments, and we'll try to, especially with the outlines and the rough drafts that you're going to start to be submitting. I want to see this stuff, okay? And then it's be very easy to implement it over a Zoom meeting, over the phone, or something like that, okay? All right, so that's it. I know this is a kind of not thorough explanation. Obviously, it's very maybe even unthorough, but I do plan to be working with you individually. So that's it. So go to our last module. This is when it hit me. I opened this up and wow, this is the last module. Okay. So let me know if you have any questions. Access these two files. Get this done. It's a crazy semester, and as long as we get this stuff done, everything's going to work out. Okay.